Stephen, what can we expect tonight and then the rest of the weekend?
Well, tonight's not going to be too bad. We're going to see some cloudy skies, and then we will get some rain probably tomorrow. It's going to move in about midday and get really the north will get most of the rain, but South Sound and Central Sound are going to be just fine. We're going to take a look at the forecast now. So we walk over to the wall and show you our Salties on Alki camera. You can see as day turned in tonight, just cloudy skies. You know, it's hard to believe it's the end of June, but this is kind of what we expect and what we're used to with cloudy skies at the end of June. Right now, with the Great Wheel in the background, the viaduct there, you can see our temperature 67 degrees, so still really a pleasant evening. In fact, our high was just around 72, so we haven't cooled off that much, and we're not going to cool off a whole lot as we're going to be in the upper 50s for our overnight lows tonight. As you can see throughout the region, 65 in Seattle, 61 Tacoma, 56 out in Forks. Daily almanac looking like this. Our high today got to 72 degrees. That's right about where we should be, and no rain in the rain gauge. Your forecast tomorrow, like I said, we're going to start out in the upper 50s and finish off just in the mid to upper 60s throughout most of the region, and cloudy skies throughout the whole day in Seattle. If you're planning some weekend getaways, take a look at the Saturday and Sunday temperatures in the San Juans and on the coast. Lake Chelan and Wine Country are going to be really nice because that's in eastern Washington. That's where all of our sunshine is for us right now. We take a look at the temperatures throughout the nation. You can see 92 in New York, 86 in Tampa, 94 in Oklahoma City. There's kind of a lot of heat, especially in the central part of our country. 105 was the temperature yesterday in Denver. That was the hottest they've ever been. It tied a record, 97 in Denver today, so that's a little bit of a cool down. We take a look at our futurecast. Going to show you when this rain is going to make its way in. You can see clouds by Saturday at 7 a.m. and then the rain does move in, and you can see Seattle northward is going to get pretty wet. This is Saturday at 1 p.m. and then it burns off and moves away. It's still going to be cloudy though for your day Saturday. If you want some sunshine and less rain, you're going to have to look at Sunday here as the clouds burn off by around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, we have some clear skies up and down the I-5 corridor. Still could see a little lingering clouds there in Seattle and Everett. We take a look at the northwest interior temperatures for us tomorrow, looking like this with temperatures in the low 60s. In the central area, we're seeing temperatures in the mid to upper 60s with rain north. In the South Puget Sound, it's not too bad. You got some sun peeking through those clouds with high temperatures near 70 degrees. Coastal looking like this with temperatures in the low 60s with some showers. And again, like I mentioned, eastern Washington, that's the place to be for some sunshine. 91 in the Tri-Cities, 85 for Walla Walla. Now we take a look at our 7-day forecast. Partly sunny with showers to the north and 68 for your Saturday, 71 on Sunday, so that's the better day of the weekend. 4th of July looking like this with partly sunny skies, possibility of a morning shower, but 72 degrees. All in all, a pretty good 4th of July. Amanda and David.
Thank you, Stephen.